Anyways, if you guys don't know, I made a video about 3 days ago talking about One Piece and how it's mid. That didn't go very well. I'm gonna come out and say I was a little bit wrong. And what I mean by that is I was a little bit harsh. Like a little bit harsh, and I should not be so much of a dick. Reasonably so. Now, I was a bit harsh on One Piece. I basically went on to go on about how it's slow in the beginning, which is true. It is slow. But I'll admit, I was being a little bit harsh, though I will say I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I don't understand, like, why that warranted so many hate comments. Now, One Piece fans overall aren't bad, it's just the stans, just the One Piece stans that worship their anime like a god. Oh, God forbid anyone ever says anything critical about their favorite show. The stans literally had their way with me in my comment section. They bent me over and just one after the other, they lined up and just... It was humiliating, dude. I don't think I'll ever live it down. So I actually have some comments pulled up here just to show you the absolute intellect of these stands. I provide you with Flacco3697 says, "This did is brain dead." Sure got me there. I assume he meant to say this dude is brain dead, but of course, you know, average One Piece fan can't spell, or average One Piece stan, I should say. That's not all. Of course, I said one after another, so there's multiple. Imagine being so wrong. Also, never compare anyone to the My Hero fans. Well, maybe if you guys didn't go into my comment section, spew garbage at me as insults, but can't even spell correctly, I wouldn't have said that. To be fair, again, I do retract my statement on all One Piece fans, because I guess by definition, I would be sort of a One Piece fan. I do enjoy the show. Again, I was being a bit aggressive. This guy makes no sense. By Neos5432. And first of all, you know they have nothing valid to say when they have 4 members after their name. This man made no points to why it's bad. Complete horse. Bro, I literally said several times in the in the video, it has a slow beginning, it's hard to get into, the writing wasn't the greatest. I laid it out pretty straightforward. I literally gave an example. People have to acknowledge that past a specific number of sales, the series has a credibility, and One Piece not only has the highest sales of all time, but it has ranked 1 for 8 years in yearly sales, and is still to this day competing with modern day anime that come and go and only become a hit because of the animation studio. Sort of valid, but also just because something has a lot of sales doesn't mean it's good. It might just mean that they have a loyal fan base, and to be fair, I would say that One Piece does have a pretty valid and strong fan base. Again, if you say anything about their comment, they will literally shoot an intergalactic missile into your mother's living room. So I would say they're pretty loyal. This guy goes on to saying that this was a bait video, and to be fair, maybe it kind of was, because to be honest, I realistically just kind of pointed out the negatives, and to be fair, that's my editor's fault. I am not going to feed him any kibble, any food for the next 5 weeks, as this dude cut out all the good things I had to say about the show. That is all his fault. The reason why I said the beginning is boring and is bad writing is because the creator of One Piece was very young when he created the show. Like, he started writing this when he was a kid. You know, he started at a very young age creating the show, mapping out the world, which is cool. Like, I have all sorts of freaking things that I want to create in the future that I've started my writing on. I think that's awesome that he had such an inspiration that when he became older, he was able to make it become a reality and become an awesome show. But you have to admit, he was unexperienced and young, so the writing towards the beginning makes sense for it to be kind of just not as good as the rest of the show. Which is why when people talk about the meme, oh, it takes over, 100 episodes or a few hundred episodes to get good, they're telling the truth. But I also think that truth just kind of just proves that the show kind of makes it not as good. I will admit, there's an awesome cast of characters that are funny and cool and outright just don't belong in the show. But I do appreciate each character and what they have to provide for the story, and I also think the world building is good if you're willing to overcome that. If you're willing to. If you can't, then you can't. And for a lot of people, I said straight up, if you don't like the excessive long world building, you're not gonna like the show. I realistically made the video because I wanted to call out the toxic side of One Piece. In almost every single anime, there's obviously some weird stands that do some weird things.
Got back from Popeyes. Do you want a bite of my chicken breast? Here, puppy. Puppy. This chicken's bomb.
But man, I am telling you, the stands in One Piece. All of these comments are just hating. Most of them don't even make points. They're just insulting me, which I don't care. Like, I was at work just reading them and I was laughing at some of them. My brother asked me, he's like, do you care what the One Piece stands have to say? Don't care what One Piece stands have to say. But there were actually some nice comments in here. Just kind of being like, hey, I recommend just catching up to the show. You'd probably enjoy what goes on in the future. And I'm gonna be honest, like some of the animations I see for some of the future fights look pretty freaking sick. I'm not gonna lie. And it makes me excited to like continue the show because obviously I'm not at the point where Gear 5 is a thing. Like that's past 1,000 episodes. I really want to see how that turns out. I know people are dogging on the fight, but you know, One Piece is known for being goofy, so I'm completely fine with that. It just looks cool, and then some of the fights I see, just in general, the animation quality is just freaking fantastic. So I'm excited for that. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people, you know, talk their crap and are like, oh, you're a bad person. I'm still gonna watch the show, and I'm still gonna continue it. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. And to be fair, like I said, my editor edited out all the good things I said about the show, and now I just let it. Yeah, even this guy was like, bro's gonna regret after catching up. And to be honest, I probably will. I will eat some of my words. Someone said that I know where your mother lives, you know, whatever. Here it is. And the comments prove what you said about the community laughing face. I mean, he said it, I didn't. I'm not promoting it. Like, he said it. 409 Usopp fans. Okay, you know what? Actually, we're gonna report you for this one. Promotes terrorism. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna have an Usopp fan. I'm fine with the One Piece stands and having fun with them in the comment section, but you are an actual terrorist if you like Usopp. I'll give my rating again. I gave it a 7 out of 10. You know what? I've done more research and I've come to the realization that I was a little bit wrong in what I said. So I'll give it a 7.5, and that's not bad for me. That's not a bad score. I'm just redoing the score because honestly, I am excited for the future of it. Water 7 arc was really good. I have to admit, that one really hyped me up. That was a really good arc, and I think the fighting for that was amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and by the way, I will be leaving for the One Piece stands. I will be leaving you a McDonald's application in the description so that you guys can get a life and stop commenting on my videos. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you.